results in your business. Okay? Who knows what a 90-day plan is?
A 1-day plan done for 90 days.
1-day plan done for 90 days. What does that mean, Georgia?
It means you do the same thing over and over again for 90 days.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason we set a 90-day plan is, you don't get results today from what you do today. You actually see the true results in 90 days from now. Okay? The money you're getting paid today is not from work you've done today, it's from what you've done the last 90 days. Okay? What the 90-day plan is designed to do is build the momentum. Okay? It's a bit like if you picture a train or a car when it's taking off at the traffic light. Always getting out of the first gear is the hardest part of taking off. Or the train, the first movements are always the hardest, but once it's going, it's easy. It's just moving along. And it's the same thing in your business. So when you're doing your methods, if you're going doing flyers or walk and talk or surveys or whatever methods, the momentum will start building in the second and third month, which is why you do the 90-day plan. Okay, make sense so far? Yep. Now, how to set a 90-day plan is the next question. Okay. First thing you need to know is what we mentioned before, your goal. Okay? What your goal is to achieve by the end of the 90-day plan. Alright? So, let's use an example of a new person. When I get a new distributor, one of the first things I want them to do is fill in book 1, page 5. Because without that, I can't help them if I don't know what they want. Okay? And, I have distributors who sometimes join my business and they don't submit me the goal and they say, well, help me make money. I say, I can't help you make money without this. Give me what you want and I'll tell you how to do it. Because I know how to do it. Right? So normally with a new distributor, when they get involved with us, they don't believe the big income stories that they hear at the meeting. That's the reality. But what they believe they can achieve is probably $1,000 to $4,000 a month. Yeah? That's what new people believe they can achieve. Okay? So from their goal sheet, I see how much money they want to make, how many hours they can commit towards their business. Okay? Then I match the hours with the money to help them achieve their goal. Alright? So if somebody says, okay, I can only work 5 hours a week. Okay? If that's all they can commit, that's fine. And they want to make $1,000 to $4,000, and they can only work the 5 hours a week, so it's an hour a day, say, for 5 days, right? Obviously, I'm not going to tell them to go do flyers if they only can work the business an hour a day. Okay? So they have a couple of options. They can talk to their circle of influence. Okay? Can easily talk to 5 to 10 people a day in 1 hour from the people you know. And this is always the fastest way to grow a new person's business, by the way. Okay? To go to the circle of influence. Why? Because they know you, they trust you, they love you, and they know you're not going to do anything wrong by them. Correct? Okay? So this is always the fastest way to start growing your business. If they can only work an hour a day, they have to start thinking, okay, there's only 2 ways you can work the business. Time or money. You either invest more time or invest more money in your business. Now, if they don't have money, they've got to put more time. If they don't have time, they've got to put more money. It's that simple. If they can put time and money, they're going to grow their business a lot quicker.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can you now, I'm a new person.
Yes.
Can you take example for me if I tell you the time and everything?
I'm using this as an example.
Okay then.
Yes. So that's what I'm leading up to with this. Okay. So what we do is normally when we sign up a new distributor, we give them the blueprint. Yeah, the checklist. On the second last page of the checklist, has anyone got the checklist here with them?
Yes.
Okay. Grab it. Okay. On the second last page of the checklist, that tells them all the different methods they can use in their business to build their business. How they can get customers, how they can get distributors. Okay? So, you got the circle of influence, you got road shows, you got internet leads, you got surveys, you got shake parties, the list goes on and on, right? We all know about the menu and methods available in Herbalife, yes? Okay. The question is, which methods will suit the time you want to commit to your business? Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Any questions so far? Okay. So, what we do with a new distributor, we want them to choose 3 methods for retail. No, the checklist, the blueprint.
I got
The
that.
blueprint. 3 methods for retail. If they only want to make 1 to 4,000 a month. If they want anything more than 5,000 a month, they must recruit. Why must they recruit? Can they make more than $5,000 a month just retail?
Yes.
Yes, they can. But is it a lot of work? Yes, it is. So we want them to be smart with their time. Okay? We want people to work smarter, not harder with our business. Make sense? So if they're wanting $1,000 to $4,000 a month, they need to choose only 3 methods for retail. Okay? Why? Because as a supervisor, let's say they want to make 4,000 as the example, means that they have to sell how much product for the month?
More than 20,000.
No, the dollar value. Give me the dollar value.
Is that 4,000?
Yeah, if you want to make $4,000 profit as a supervisor,
About
how much do you need to sell?
how many programs?
No, how much dollars worth?
Oh, 10.
Supervisor,
10,
yeah,
10.
no,
10.
8.
Eight.
You're on
20.
50%.
That's right.
Jesus
So you
Supervisor.
need to sell $8,000 per month worth of products
Products to make 4.
to make $4,000 a
I was
month.
calculating 5, that's right.
Okay, so if you're making if you're selling $8,000, now you divide it. Let's say an advance is the most popular program. Let's not even go ultimate. 400 is how many programs? 20 programs per month. Yes? Divided by how many weeks in a month?
4.
4.
Fine.
Which means you need to sell 5 programs a week. Which, divided by the 5 days they're working, 1 program a day. Okay? So that's how you need to break it down. What's the best way to eat an elephant? Does anyone know?
Cut it.
1 bite at a time. You can't eat the whole elephant in 1 bite, but 1 bite at a time, you'll get through it, right? It's no different in the business. If you break things down in your business, mentally you'll achieve it, and therefore you'll work towards getting it. Make sense? The biggest problem is we all look at President's Team and go, President's Team, 200,000 volume points in 1 month, wow, for 3 consecutive months. And it sounds like a big number, doesn't it? But if you break it down backwards, 200,000, okay. If I have 100 supervisors in my 3 levels, and everybody's just doing their 2.5, there's 250,000. Wow. Now divide that by my 3 levels, that's only about 60 supervisors per level. Wow. Okay, now how many supervisors have I got, and can I work with my team to get more supervisors so that I can get to the president's team? Make sense? So So if you break things down, it makes everything achievable. Okay? So that's for somebody who wants $4,000 or less a month. If they want $5,000 plus a month, they must recruit. They must. Why? Because physically it's impossible for you to look after more than 30, 20, 30, 50, if you're really good, 100 customers. If you're really good. By the way, I've never been able to look after 100 customers. I remember once we got 60 customers in 1 month, I was pulling my hair out. Okay? Because it was hard work. You were always on the phone looking after your customers. And you don't want to work harder, you want to work smarter. Right? So you need to recruit so that you can get your distributors looking after 20, 30 customers as well. You look after your 20 and 30 and teach others to do the same. Yeah? So you need 3 methods for retail and 3 methods for recruiting. Okay? Which methods do you choose? You've got all the methods there. Whatever you're comfortable with, but whatever's matching the time you're going to commit to your business. Okay? So the time has to match the activities. Now, let me give you some numbers. Huh?
I'm just wondering if Betty was memorising what you're saying. Can you not
Never
memorize?
memorize everything. If you don't write things down, you never move up the marketing plan. Rule number 1. Okay? So if you're serious about building your business, always take notes. Don't put anything to memory. Okay? 3 methods for retail, 3 methods for recruiting. That's simple. What do you got to choose from? Here you go. Center of influence, shake parties, total plan, booths, roadshows, flyers, surveys, referrals, sampling, wellness evaluation, posters, pull tabs, walk and talk, competition boxes, SMS, advertisements, websites, internet leads, emails, nutrition clubs, weight loss challenge, door knocking. Okay? This is only a handful of lists. There's always new things coming up in Herbalife that we learn from new people. Okay? So this is enough to get your business, more than enough to get your business started. Okay? Now, how to choose the 3 methods for retail and how to choose the 3 methods for recruiting. Okay? Again, number 1, we look at your time. If it's an hour a day, okay, if it's an hour a day, what can I tell this person to do? Definitely circle of influence is always a must. With any new distributor in my business, I always teach them circle of influence for retail and recruiting is a must. Okay, that's one method. Shake party, especially when they're new, for retail. That's a must. What other method can we teach someone to do for 1 hour a day in their business?
Flyers? Just do an hour of flyers.
Can you do an hour of flyers?
Never done flyers in my life, so I don't know.
Probably use internet.
Surveys?
Internet's a good one. Surveys is a good one.
Pull tabs?
Pull tabs. Let's put tabs on this list.
How you do surveys?
Surveys. You just print up the survey and you walk up to people and say, excuse me, we're just doing a quick lifestyle survey. Have you got a couple of minutes to answer a couple of questions? Here's a trick with the survey, by the way. It's normally a full page survey, right? Photocopy it to half a page. True. This is what we used to do in the beginning. We used to, I'm telling you, Ali and I used to go to the city every day with half a page survey, and people would, you'd say it's only a couple of minutes survey, and they look at it and see it's a small survey. So they go, okay, but if we found out when we were going out with a full page in the beginning, nobody wanted to do the survey because it looked so big. And it was the same questions. Yeah? So small tricks you learn in the business that will help you advance your business. Pull tabs, for example, some people put the pull tab on the pole and forget to rip one. Rip one so it looks like someone's already taken one. And then mentally people think somebody's already taken one, this must be good, I'll take one. You understand? It's all small tricks that you learn in the business. Okay? So, yeah, you can do surveys, you can do whatever. Okay? That's great. You've put the retail plan together for them. Now, what are they going to do for recruiting? Circle of influence still is one. What other two methods can they do that won't take too much time? Don't forget, some of their time is already here.
Internet and full time.
Internet, they can put things on Gumtree or whatever. Free ads, there's plenty of those things that don't cost money. Okay, there's Facebook. Facebook is another method that we don't even have on this list yet, actually. So that's one of the ones that's been very popular. Okay, people have been making sales. Juladay came through Facebook.
Wow.
So obviously it works. Hey, who would like another Juladay in their business?
Yes, please.
I would.
10 more.
Okay, so
20 more.
everything works as long as you work. Here's the reality. Okay, that's the reality.
Write that down. It's very important. Everything works as long as you work.
Okay, now, how to make sure your 90-day plan works and that you know it's working. Okay, number one, put a timetable together. Put a timetable together. If you don't put a timetable together in your business, you'll never make good money out of your business. You need to put a schedule together for the whole week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You need to, if you get up at 6 a.m. or whatever time you wake up, okay, breakfast, which is a shake anyway, right? Okay, takes you 10 minutes, so that's done. Okay, next, what time you drop off kids to school, whatever. You need to put a timetable together and design your life. Just like some of you had jobs or still got jobs, you know what your routine is every day. Herbalife is no different. Herbalife is no different. The problem is, people get involved with us, they fill the paperwork in and say, well, where's the money? Well, hang on, put a schedule together and go to work. Can't expect the money before you go to work, right? So, put your schedule together for the whole day, 6, 7, 8, to whatever time you sleep at night, 10, 11, 12, whatever. Okay? Allow your lunch time. Allow time to ring your customers. Allow time to look after your kids. Right? Allow time. Here's what we do with our schedule. First thing we do is we put all the HOMs in, all the meetings in. Okay, every Tuesday night, 6:45, we know HOM. Okay, every Monday night, HOM. Every Thursday night, HOM. Friday, HOM. Saturday morning, HOM. Yeah? You put the meetings in and work everything around the meetings. Why? Because the work you're doing is so you can get people into the meetings. Yes? So we all work on Sunday to get people into Monday night's meeting. We all work on Monday so we can get more people into Tuesday. We all work on Tuesday, Wednesday so we can get people on Thursday. Thursday to get people on Friday. Friday to get people on Saturday. And the cycle keeps going over and over again. Yeah? So you've got to have the timetable. Now here's another problem. A lot of distributors put their timetable together and they don't even stick to it. So why put a timetable together? You've got to have a schedule of how you're going to live your life and how you're going to work your business. Okay? So timetable is, once you've got your methods, you put your timetable. Now with your methods, you put it in your timetable. So if you're going to do circle of influence, what time are you going to ring your circle of influence for retail? What time are you going to ring circle of influence for recruiting? What time are you going to do surveys? When are you going to do shake parties? Put it all in the schedule. Yeah? And by the way, you'll do the schedule once, and once you're going in your business, you know what you're doing, exactly what time, where, like you do at work, and you don't even really need to look at your schedule. Okay? But here's the second thing you need to do. Gauge sheet. Gauge sheets. Gauge What's a gauge sheet? It's to gauge your results. Okay? A gauge sheet can be as simple as having an exercise book and saying, okay, retail, my method is COI, surveys, and walk and talk, for example. Let's say that's my 3 methods, for example. Okay? Today is the 1st of the month. I spoke to 5 COI, did 10 surveys, and did 10 walk and talk as an example. Doesn't matter what your number is. Okay? From that, how many convert? This is retail, yeah? How many became a customer? I got 1 customer here, nothing there, and nothing there.
So this is working, this is not working, look for something else.
No, you need to stick to it for 90 days. See, this is the problem. A lot of distributors, when they get started, they start doing activities, and they look at it, and they might do this activity for 5 days, and see 0, 0, 0, 0, and think, it's not working. But it is. It's working. But you don't know it's working.
Yeah, you're just planting your seeds.
You're just planting
So
your seeds.
you stuck to your plan for 90
You
days. You
stick
don't
to
change
your
it.
your plan for 90 days and you don't change it. Why? Because we said earlier before, you see your true results in 90 days from now. Okay? So you need to track it with gauge sheets. If you're not tracking your business, how do you know what's working and what's not working? You're just hoping something will work. You must track your results. If you said to me, Roger, give me your gauge sheets, I've got 10 years of it. Every month we print up a new gauge sheet for the month and we record our results. Because anytime our business slows down, we go, uh-oh, what did we do differently? Let's have a look. Did we change our advertisement in the paper? Did we do less activities? Did we stop doing roadshows? Did we stop doing flyers? You understand? Because there's always a reason why things will slow down in your business if there's not enough activity. Okay? If our business is up, we go, wow, what did we do differently? Did we change our advertisement? Same questions. Because you want what's working, right? You don't want what's not working. So you need to track it on gauge sheets. And you do the same thing for the recruiting. Okay? We have a standard gauge sheet that is available for our team, which is a weekly one. Okay? And I know a lot of people don't use it. And then they ask me for their help, and I say, I can't help you without the gauge sheet. Oh, but you told me you're going to teach me how to make $10,000 a month. Yes, I can if I know what you're doing in your business. But I'm not going to guess what you're doing. You need to submit something so I understand what you are doing. Okay? And the reality is, most people are embarrassed to give me this because they know they're not doing enough in their business. True.
The point is.
Okay? Which is fine because it means I just spend less time working with them and I work with people who are more serious. Because I don't want to waste my time either. Make sense? Okay? So you got the timetable. Well, the first one was the goals actually. The goals, the timetable, the gauge sheets. Okay? To track your results. And then we review it after 90 days. And how do we review it after 90 days is very simple. We get the last 90 days worth of papers, the plan, okay, what you've actually done, your results, what you've recorded, and say, okay, Michael, you did COI for 90 days. In the 90 days you've spoken to 100 people. You signed up 5 distributors. You got 1 supervisor. Okay? And we say, okay, well, how much time are you putting into this effort versus what's the result? Is it worth it? Should we change that? Or should we keep doing that? Okay? Flyers. You did 10,000 flyers in the 90 days. You got 20 distributors and 5 supervisors. Wow, that's working pretty good. Keep doing this one. You understand? And why do you need to choose 3 methods? Is because whatever works for me might not work for you. And what works for you might not work for me. We're all different people. Okay? We're all different people. So we need to find out what works for you and your character, not what works for me and my character. And what works for you is what we're going to work on helping you develop more. Because if you know what to do to get 5 supervisors, and you say, you know what? I want to do 40,000 personal volume this month. Is that possible? And I'll say, yes. Well, you know what? You got 5 supervisors from doing 10,000 flyers. 5 by 4 is 20,000 points. You want to go 40,000? No problem. Just double your activity. 20, that will become 40, that will become 10. It's simple mathematics. But if you're not tracking your gauge sheets, oh, I want to do 15,000 this month. Great. But do you know how you're going to do it? If you don't know what your conversions are, how are you going to do it? Right? Every big company around the world knows exactly what their team is doing. Yes? Coca-Cola doesn't send people in the marketplace and say, see how you go this month. No, they don't. They say, okay, guys, we want $100,000 worth of business this month. New business. How are we going to do it? What's your results last month and how many people did you speak to? It's no different in Herbalife. It's the same game. But because we all work from home, we think we just sit behind a computer and that's all we do all day. That's not how you get rich. You've got to talk to people. Okay? Make sense? Okay. So let me give you some statistics. And by the way, this is all on the blueprint. This is all on the blueprint that you should all have. Okay? And the numbers is this. 1 in 10 people you speak to about the business will become a distributor. So 1 in 10 will become a distributor. No problem.
My
Have a good
husband is waiting.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good night. What? No worries. 1 in 10 will become a distributor. Okay? So if you want to sign up 10 distributors for the month,
Speak to 100.
very good. You multiply by 10. So you speak to 100 people for the month. Yeah? Now, 100 sounds like a big number, doesn't it? But just like the elephant example before, 100 divided by 30 days, or let's say 20 days. Let's say you're taking weekends off, as an example. It's 5 a day. Can you speak to 5 people a day about the business? It's not that hard. The reality is, most of us don't talk to 5 people a day. Why? We're lazy. Yes? That's the reality. Now, but you need to understand the numbers. Here's the reality. 1 in 10 go distributor. So if you're working on 100 people a month, I can tell you now, if you speak to 100 people a month, 1 in 5, so 1 in 10 join, so you'll have 10 distributors, yes? Yes? 1 in 5 go supervisor. So that means how many supervisors? 2 soups. Which equals 8,000 volume points. Correct? That's just 2 soups. But also, out of the 10 distributors you sign up, you'll get 2 who'll go success builder. And there's another 2,000 volume. We know this is the average in the marketplace. So you would have produced 10,000 volume points for the month. Now if you're just a supervisor, you've just gone world team. Okay? Not that hard. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay? All you're doing is talking to 100 for the month. 5 a day. now up your numbers. If you're talking to 10 a day, for only 20 days, that's 200. Everything's going to double. 16, 4, that's going to be 20. You would have signed up 20 distributors for the month. Simple? It is simple. It's simple mathematics. Here's a simple calculation I tell people. For every distributor you sign up, you'll get an average of 1,000 volume points out of it. That's an average. That's why if you sign up 10 distributors, you'll do 10,000 volume points. That's the best way to calculate it.
So without supervisor, nothing.
Huh?
Oh, you
That's
don't
without
get it,
supervisors. Yeah, you don't. If you're signing up 10 anyway, you're going to get 2 that will see the opportunity properly and say, yes, I want to go supervisor.
So what? Say for example, if none of them become a supervisor and
No
10 of
problem.
them did like 1,000 points, you
you
still
still
get,
will team.
as long as you reach the 10,000
10,000
points,
volume
that's it.
points. It doesn't matter. Simple, right?
What's the benefit of? Sorry.
5 people a day?
What's the benefit of World Team?
What's the benefit of World Team? Who can answer Michael's question? What's the benefit of World Team?
You get royalty.
You're gonna get
Royalties
royalty
as
with
supervisor
supervisor
anyway.
Well, your organisation is growing.
Mm-hmm.
It means you have some active supervisors.
Yep. So your royalty income grows, your team,
Your business is growing. That's literally what it
you're
means.
building a team.
That's it.
Why do you need to build a team? Do you know why we need to build a team? Why do you think we need to build a team?
To
It's more fun when you do it in it.
That's
it's more
one of the
stuff
reasons.
up there. So it's more income in royalties and stuff like that.
Because it's duplication. And the business is duplication.
Yeah.
You're doing Herbalife, then you're building a team.
You're building the team for a few key reasons. Write it down. Number one is to help more people with the products. Like we said before, you can't look after 100 customers, but if you have 10 people looking after 10 customers, that's 100 customers. Okay? That's the main reason, by the way. The second reason is by teaching them to do that, they're going to make more money, and you're going to make more money. Because you get paid the royalties on whatever their business is.
There's 10,000 people at the Turkey extravaganza in Istanbul in September this year. There was 3,000 last year. But they're getting the Arabs are coming to apparently.
Okay?
So they're gonna open in Egypt and
I don't
soon?
know. There's 2 countries opening soon, we heard.
Oh, you don't know
We don't know
which one?
ones. No. So, now, here's the third reason. I gave you 2 reasons. Here's the third reason why you need to build a team. You cannot get to the tabulated team, the Get Team, Mill Team, Press Team, without a team. Now let me show you how you're going to go Get Team. Who wants to go Get Team in the next 90 to 120 days? Okay? Let me show you how you're going to go Get Team. Number one, you must do this first. Because if you're not getting supervisors in your business, you're not going to move up the marketing plan. That's number one. Number 2 reason is your distributors do what you do, not what you tell them to do. So you can't say, go team, go, and you're sitting down having a cup of coffee. You got to lead by example.
Why is everyone looking at me? I work.
Yes, you do.
I do work.
Yes, I know you do.
I saw she's already World Team. She's giving presentation every
Yeah.
week.
She's
She's
active
already
World
active
Team.
World Team. She'll be Get Team getting her first month Get Team this month.
Okay.
So how are you going to get first month Get Team?
World Team.
Here's how you're going to get first month Get Team.
Is Get Team is same to World Team? Or?
No,
No.
much better.
So what's better?
What's better?
Yeah.
Presidency.
I'm a little
Basically a
confused then.
40% pay increase.
Wow.
That's the
From
difference.
World
That's-
Team to
Get
Get
Team.
Team.
Okay, so
Oh,
World
that's
Team
fine.
first and then Get Team.
Get Team is 5
But you can skip World Team and go straight to
Oh,
Get
wow.
Team. You can skip positions in our marketing plan, by the way.
Yeah.
So instead of
It's
skipping
all
anything, let's
based on
take it
how
step by step.
quickly
Yeah.
you want to work. I have a friend who went millionaire team in 5 months in business. First month World Team, second month first month Get Team, third month first month
It's
millionaire
very
team,
positive, that guy.
fourth and fifth month finished millionaire team. From Singapore. So it's not impossible. It's up to how hard you work.
You must talk 100 people a day.
Hey, if I told you talk to 100 people a day, and you're going to go get team in the next 90 to 120 days, would you do it?
Yeah.
And then what's stopping you?
How's she gonna get 100 people to
But-
call every
What do you
day?
mean?
But
If you walk outside in an hour, you'd speak to at least 20 people. Just
You
on the
you walk
You
in the
talk
street.
to anybody.
You just got to build the confidence, and that'll come from using the products consistently and learning all this. So when you do get someone, you're like, oh no, what do I do now?
So we're nearly done. I want to wrap up shortly, but I want to show you how you go first cut get. Like I said before, you do this first, because you can't tell your distributors to do something you're not doing. Number one. If you have just 2 distributors, 2 supervisors in your business who are doing this, 10,000 by 2 is 20,000. There's first cut get. How do you get second cut get? Do the same thing, but teach your distributors that just went world team, that just went that went soups and stuff to go world team. If you teach 2 people to do first month to do world team, you get second cut get. And then how do you do your third month? Teach their new people to do world team. And you just got your third cut get.
And your business is nice and deep.
And your business is
And
nice and solid.
Yeah.
You get an extra 2% bonus on infinite business, not on your 3 levels, on infinite business. It's a 40% increase to your paycheck.
Wow.
It's a big jump, believe me. It's a big jump. So, to wrap it up, I'm going to say one thing to make it really simple for you guys to move up the marketing plan. Here's the nature of our business. Yeah? Everybody knows how to go supervisor, yes? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
With all the different methods.
Mm-hmm.
The great thing about our marketing plan is all you do is teach people to do what you did. So if you went supervisor by doing 4,000, just teach people who get involved in your business to do 4,000. If you did supervisor by doing 2 months of 2.5, teach people to do that. If you went supervisor by doing 1 and 3 rather, okay, everybody did 1, and you went supervisor that way, you teach people to do the same thing. If you went supervisor by doing the buddy system, 5,000 for 2, 6,000 for 3, etc., you teach that. Now, here's the question. Depending on your goal and how you went supervisor, you need to work out for you to get to the next position how many people you need to teach to do what you did. So, let's use an example. If you went supervisor by 4,000 points, yes? Okay? We said that 1 in 5 people you sign up in the business will go supervisor. Yes? Your next position is world team. How much volume do you need for world team?
10.
10,000 personal volume. Not organizational. It means under your distributors, not under your supervisors. There's a big difference. Yes? 10,000. If you did it this way, going supervisor, can you teach 2 people to go supervisor and 2 people to go success builder?
And you will too.
Yes? Can?
Yep.
That's world team. If you did supervisor this way, can you teach 4 people to do 2,500 volume points in 1 month? Yes? Can. If you did it this way, can you teach 2.5 people? Say 3 just to make it simple. Okay? To do that. Yes? Can. Can you teach 2 people to do like that? That's World Team any way you look at it. Pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All you've done is teach them what you've done. You haven't taught them anything else. And people will do what you do because that's what you told them you did. You understand? Michael did the buddy system. So he can say, this is what me and a friend did. Why don't you do the same? I can promote that because that's what I did. Some people bought 4,000. If you bought 4,000, promote the 4,000. And if they say, no, I can't afford that, say, no problem. There's other ways of going supervisor. Let's find a way that suits you. That's World Team. How do you get Team? You're a supervisor. You've now taught 2 people to become supervisor under you from the previous month, yes? Guess what you tell them to do? You've taught them how to go soup. Say to them the same thing. For you to go get Team, you need 20,000 organizational volume, which means it's under a supervisor. Yes? Can he find 2 to do that? Can he find 2 to do the same? Guess what happens to them? They go World Team. You just got first month get Team. The next month, they're all now supervisors, yes? Teach them to do the same thing so they can get new people under them and get their first month get Team. Yes? That's your second cup get Team. Because that's all still within your 3 levels. Right? So that's your 3 levels. And all you need is 2 people doing 10,000 volume points out of your whole team. You don't need your whole team to do the volume. And the third month is no different. Because in the meantime, you're still recruiting, your people are still recruiting, so you're always getting new supervisors, and it makes the job easier and easier and easier. Here's the reality. Safety in numbers. The more supervisors you have in your business, the bigger the check is going to be. Because not everybody's going to do big volume in your business, by the way.
Every order counts.
But every order counts. I love the distributors who do 50 volume points a month. Because if I have 1,000 of them, that's 5,000 points. 50,000 points. Gee, see, I can't even calculate it. It's unbelievable. Because the small points count. And I love the distributors that do very big volume. 10,000, 20,000. But I know it's a minority number that will do the big volume than the ones that will do the small volume. It's called the 80-20 rule. 80% of the people in your business will only do 20% of the business, of the volume. The other 20% will do 80% of the volume. And if you know that, then you understand the game is the numbers. You need more people in your business. If you're not recruiting, if you're not getting people to the meetings, if you're not signing up distributors every month, if you're not getting new supervisors every month, you're not going to move up the marketing plan very quickly. Here's what I say to people who are serious about the business. You need to be producing between 5,000 to 15,000 personal volume every month if you really want to move up the marketing plan quickly.
From 5 to 15?
Minimum 5 to 15. Because 5 says that you at least got 1 new supervisor in your business a month. Just 1. If you just got 1 new supervisor in your business a month, by 12 months, that's 12 new supervisors. If you teach your distributor to do the same thing, just 1 new supervisor a month, and every distributor does that every month, you'll go Prez within 1 year. Just 1. But the reality is, some of us get one supervisor and then we go 2, 3, 4 months without a supervisor, and then we get a supervisor again. We go 2, 3, 4 months, and there's a break in the momentum and the goals and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because they're not very clear on their goals. It all comes back to this thing. Without the goals, nothing's going to happen because they're not driven to build their business. Our goal was to get rid of the debts in the beginning. We were driven in the beginning. Then we got to Get Team really quickly and we slowed down a little bit. And that was a mistake on our part. It would have been Prez easy by now. Easy if we kept going. But we got too comfortable and we relaxed a bit. Okay, we're pretty much finished anyway. Alright. Any questions before we wrap it up? I'm telling you, 5 to 15,000 a month. How do you do that? Herbalife helps us because they give us the promotions to chase after. Herbalife does that not so they can build their revenue, so that we can become more successful in the business. Yes, Herbalife benefits because it becomes bigger, but we're the ones that will win the most out of it. You know what I mean? So what's the next event?
That
Gold
personal
Coast.
volume,
Yeah.
Roger, is what your distributors make, not what
Yeah,
your
it's not
supervisors.
you.
And
It's
what you make.
distributors and your personal person. Okay.
But not the supervisors.
No.
Doesn't count.
Not your
Personal
supervisor.
volume
Personal
means
volume
what
is
you make and your distributors
Yes.
make.
correct. Anything
And
that goes to
supervisors, your
Organisation.
organization.
correct.
Perfect.
You got it.
And I only learned that like 2 months ago, so,
So it's
you're
been
well
on
on
World
track.
Team.
So World Team is personal volume. From Get Team and above, it's now helping your people.
It's all organisational.
See? That's why we want people to go
I'm
super.
a bit confused now.
Yeah. Question. All right. To answer your question, because you're thinking about personal, what's organised?
So the 5,000 to 15,000, that's personal points.
Personal volume. That's what you want to be producing every month in your business.
That's what you make from your retails and what your distributors make.
Okay, my yeah.
Anything your supervisors make is not
Okay,
personal
cool.
volume, it's
Alright.
organizational volume.
Okay.
Anything from the warehouse that you buy, or your distributors buy,
You'll learn that.
that aren't supervisors.
So that means you're 25%, you're 35%, you're 42% people.
Okay,
And
got it.
whatever your distributors buy is
Organizational
not volume
Is
point.
under supervisors.
Okay, thank you. Mhm.
That's the two different points.
Sure.
And whatever your distributors buy, if they shop this month, your distributors shop 5,000 volume points.
That's
it's
your
also
points.
yours.
Yeah,
Correct.
correct,
5,000.
Bernard's correct.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I
But
was
not
talking
your
to you
So
about
David's
that.
points will add to my personal points,
Correct.
but my
Because he's a
points will
distributor.
go to
So,
organization
yeah,
points.
Correct.
More than fair. Whatever
Correct.
your distributors buy, company gives you the same volume point.
Correct.
Very
It's your points.
It's very
So,
big. Until they become
A supervisor.
supervisors, and then
Then
that
it's
becomes your
organised.
organisation.
Correct.
Still your points, but in a different.
So
So
the
that
anything
means,
you do now
need
is
to get a lot of
organisation.
distributors as well.
Huh?
To make from 5 to 15,
Yeah.
they need a lot of distributors.
No.
Oh yeah, but
Because
20,
if you understand the numbers, 5 to 15 is not that many distributors. You're going to recruit 15 distributors for the month to make 15,000. But out of the 15, only 3 people will go supervisor.
And they know to become a supervisor, distributors, they have to shop 3 months on the road, 2,500 volume point.
yeah,
Because they're trying,
yeah,
so their volume points is adding up to your
exactly,
account.
yeah.
Because they want to be supervisors, so they have to build 3 months of 2,500 volume points.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to do anything, you just teach them duplication.
That's it. Duplicate everything.
Look at it, duplicating.
Okay, so what are we focused on now? The Gold Coast. That's the next event. Yes? Who's
Yeah.
qualified for Gold Coast already? You qualified? Are you
Yeah,
qualified?
she's qualified. She
She does
bought a
this
ticket
Ah, she's
competition.
active supervisor. Yes, she's
2.5.
I
qualified.
done 3 months, 2.5.
Yes.
No, I know. So no,
No,
one
this
more
month.
This
Yeah,
month
so
she
she's
you're
not
got
qualified
one,
yet.
one,
This
two.
month she'll qualify.
Yeah,
But
she's
you've
qualified
in her mind.
In her mind,
That's
she's
right.
qualified.
That's
yes.
that's the
'Cause
way.
you
No,
know you're doing
but hang on, don't confuse me.
Okay.
Didn't I have to do 3 months?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
but
done two
don't
so
count your
far.
4,000 volume. You
Why?
did 4,000 and then 2.5.
It's
2.5.
after you're
Ah,
supervised.
And you're
So
fully
this
qualified.
This month I'll make easy.
That's
Of
right.
course,
That's
you'll
So
be
you'll finish
10,000.
qualifying.